What's going on, everybody? I'm Zach Ortman. We're here today to talk about the Galaxy S21, S21 Plus, and S21 Ultra. Samsung's getting ready to announce these on January 14th to unveil them. We've got some interesting things coming from them. Nothing crazy upgrade-wise from last year, but redesign, some interesting things that are rumored that we're not 100% certain on yet. So let's get into it and check that stuff out. So again, the names, they're going to be the S21, the S21 Plus, and the S21 Ultra, just like the S lineup last year. As of right now, it looks like they're going to be starting to ship on January 29th, not confirmed yet. It looks like possibly as early as January 22nd I've seen, up to the 29th. There's also some unconfirmed chatter about the S lineup coming down in price, around $100 cheaper in the lineup in comparison to last year. I'll list those on the side here of the potential prices that we're going to see for those three devices. So they're saying it's potentially due to the success of the S21 Fan Edition, or FE. Also due to maybe the cause of this pandemic that we've all been going through over the last couple years, or over the last year I should say, of COVID-19, the economic impact it's had all over the world. So what are they going to look like? Check out some of these images I'm going to throw up on the screen. They're going to be in a new phantom color scheme. The S21 is said to come in violet, pink, gray, and white. The S21 Plus is going to be in silver, black, and violet, and the S21 Ultra in just a black and silver. Hopefully it's not as bland as the S20 Ultra was with that color. Screen sizes, we're all going to have Gorilla Glass Victus for one. We're going to have the S21 with a 6.2 inch Full HD Plus 120 Hertz display. The S21 Plus will be a 6.7 inch Full HD 120 Hz display, and the S21 Ultra, the big boy, 6.8 inch Quad HD adaptive refresh 1 to 120 Hz refresh rate. The way it stands right now, it looks like the S21 and the S21 Plus are going to be doing away with the curved edges. We're not sure about the 21 Ultra yet, but thank the Lord, finally it's happening. They're getting rid of the curved edges. I hope they continue that. Personally, I prefer a flat screen. I'm a big Samsung fan, so I've been dealing with the curved edges for a long time. I just like the way the flat display looks better. Yes, it doesn't look as sexy in some pictures and videos, and when you're doing some footage work with those, but it just overall, I think, creates a better experience. I have larger hands, so I don't get nearly as many accidental touches and all those things that a lot of other people do. But the fact that I still get them is proof that a lot of other people who have them, whether you have big hands or small hands, are getting them. The accidental touches can be super annoying and just create a bad experience. For me personally, I just don't like the curved edge. I do utilize it because it's there, but for me, I would rather have a flat display, no curved edge. I just like it better. Let me know what you guys like. I don't know. For me, it's just, I like it flat. Right now, I have a feeling that some of you are probably already cringing at the fact that the S21 Ultra has a Quad HD and the other two are potentially going to be Full HD. So, what do you guys think about that? For me, I don't think it really is that big a deal. I think there's some reasons that Samsung's doing that. But what do you guys think? Let me know in the comments. Do you like that they're doing that? For me, the reason I don't really think it's a big deal is because a lot of people, especially now with a lot of phones having 90 to 120 Hz refresh rates, on Samsung phones specifically, you have to choose higher resolution or higher refresh rate. Personally, I'm going to choose that higher refresh rate. I have the Note 20 Ultra and it's at 120 Hz adaptive refresh rate and 1080p. I'm going to choose that every time over the higher resolution because I just like the way how fluid it is at 120 Hz. Would it be nice if we could have Quad HD at 120 Hz? Yeah, that would be, but it's going to obviously cause more battery drain, so they're gonna need to put a bigger battery in it, which we're already seeing in these 3 new devices, which we'll get into. But let me know what you guys think. Do you like the higher refresh rate, or would you rather have the higher resolution? All 3 devices are going to be rocking Qualcomm Snapdragon 888 processor, or the Exynos 2100 processor, if I said that correctly. I always have trouble pronouncing that for some reason. Looks like the Exynos got a huge upgrade this year, and it's actually going to give the Snapdragon 888 a good run for its money this year. So hopefully, depending on the region that you're in, you'll either have one of those processors. Hopefully I'll be able to get my hands on both of those devices, one with the Exynos and one with the Snapdragon. But it's going to translate to 5G across the board for all the devices, sub-6 connectivity, and most likely, not 100% certain yet, but most likely millimeter wave is going to be reserved for the Ultra rather than the other 2, the S21 and the S21 Plus. It's also right now looking like the S21 and the S21 Plus are going to start out with 8 gigs of RAM, paired with 128 gigabyte or 256 gigabytes of storage. And right now it's looking like no expandable storage. Ouch. Not a huge fan of that. I use expandable storage like it's going out of style, which apparently now it is. I don't know why any phone company would do that, Apple. But expandable storage, just a better thing to have. It's why they have external hard drives and why they have USBs and all these things that you can plug into all your other devices to expand its storage. So why would you take that away from a smartphone, especially an Android smartphone? Why? But anyway, the S21 Ultra is going to start out with 12 gigs of RAM paired with 128, 256, or 512 gigs of storage. And that's better, and I'm hoping that the S21 Ultra holds on to that micro SD card slot, but I guess we'll find out. What are we looking at for battery and charging? S21, 4,000 milliamp hours with 25 watt charging. S21 Plus, 4,800 milliamp hours with 25 watt charging. And the S21 Ultra, 5,000 milliamp hours with rumored up to 45 watt charging. I'm not sure if that's confirmed yet. I've heard as high as 65 watts. I think that's unlikely, but I'm pretty certain we'll see some 45 watt charging. And it's also currently rumored to be removing the power bricks from the box. Why? Why would anybody do that? Apple did it, and yes, it's more eco-friendly, but now I spend between 15 to 30 to 40 to 50, depending on what it is, for a power brick that normally comes in the box. I don't understand it. Maybe it's to do the same thing Apple's looking to do, to move towards that totally wireless. I don't know, but I guess we'll find out. Let me know what you guys think about the removable chargers down in the comments. I'll be reading through all of them. I think it's a bad idea. Cameras. Here's where we're going to see a little bit of an upgrade on top of the batteries. The S21 and the S21 Plus, we're going to see a 12 megapixel ultra wide camera, a 12 megapixel main, and a 64 megapixel telephoto with a 10 megapixel front facing camera. S21 Ultra, 12 megapixel ultra wide, a Gen 2 108 megapixel main sensor. Let me know what you guys think about the 108 megapixel. I've liked it so far on the Note 20 Ultra. You definitely get a better image overall if you're going to go into editing and doing all that. Personally, I don't use it that often, but I do like the images if I'm going to be editing them severely, or heavily I should say. I do like it. But let me know what you guys think. Gen 2, hopefully we'll see some upgrades to that 108 megapixel, maybe some more uses for it. And then 2 10 megapixel sensors. One of the 10 megapixels telephoto is going to be rocking a 10 times optical zoom, which is really nice. The Note 20 Ultra has a 5 times optical zoom, and now it's going to be up to, with the S21 Ultra, to a 10 times optical zoom. That'll be really nice. And then again, a 10 megapixel front facing camera. As of right now, it looks like we're going to be getting an upgrade in video for these 3. We're 8K at 30 frames per second, which is an upgrade from the 24 frames per second on previous generations. 4K up to 60 frames, and 1080p up to 240 frames per second. That is going to be awesome for some of those slow-mo videos that I know a lot of people like to take. I live in the Northeast, so getting some cool slow motion shots of snow, they get kind of grainy, and so having it at up to 1080p for 240, that'll be really nice to see. Software, we're going to be rocking Android 11 and Samsung One UI 3.1, so that's going to be good. We're going to have the latest software. Ultrasonic fingerprint reader, punch hole front facing camera design again, and USB Type-C, of course, with no power brick in the box. So if you don't have a power brick already, get ready to buy one. So that's a good overview of everything that's coming, but there's some things that are not quite yet confirmed that we might see that we're going to talk about now. The S Pen features coming to the S21 Ultra. Let's have a little chat about that. I'm a note user, so I use the S Pen. I edit video, I edit photos on my phone with the pen all the time, and I've loved it. I think bringing those S Pen features to the S21 Ultra or to the S lineup overall is a great idea for those people who don't have it or don't want the Note, but they want those S Pen features. Great idea, I think. Unfortunately, I don't know if that means there's not going to be a Note device. I don't think that's the case, but unfortunately, I don't really know what's going to happen with that. Are they doing away with it? Are they doing away with both series? I don't know. Dave Lee from Dave2D put a link down to his video in the description. He did I think he said it best. The reason we're seeing the S Pen features added to the S series, and the reason we're seeing potentially a revert to 1080p displays, like I mentioned earlier, is to draw more attention to the foldables and to kind of phase these series out. Maybe not phase them out in a way of getting rid of them, but phasing them out to draw more attention to the foldables, where now we're moving into having a foldable device that has the S Pen features, that comes with the S Pen, that has full-size screen just like normal, and then you open it up, you have that bigger screen. Now you're going to use that pen more likely more often. I don't know if that's what's going to happen, but I do think that's a pretty good idea as to what Samsung's trying to do. So I don't know, let me know what you guys think about the phasing out of those two series to bring in the foldable. I think personally, if that's what they're doing, they're going to have to drastically drop the price of these foldable devices that we're getting in order to draw attention to customers, to draw customers' attention to those devices. Because even personally me, I'm not going to go spend $2,500. I'm not going to go spend that on a device when I have a Note that has a plenty big enough screen, plenty good enough camera, and has my S Pen that I really love. I don't know. Let me know what you guys think. I guess we're going to see in the coming years what happens. I think we're going to see a Note 21 this year. I think we're going to see the Galaxy Z Fold 3 this year. But again, let me know what you guys think. So, overall, I think that we're going to see a lot of changes this year in the smartphone world. I think that it's going to be an interesting year for them. Let me know what you guys think. Keep the three lineups for Samsung, or one phone to rule them all. I guess we'll find out in the coming months to see what happens with these devices from Samsung. Until next time, guys, I'm Zach Ortman, and I will see you in the next one.